Moment we're going to tackle about Pope John Paul II, the pro-life pope. In his early life, born as Karol Wojciech Wojtyla, if I were not mistaken, on May 18, 1920, in Wadowice, Poland, Pope John Paul II's early life was marked by great loss. His mother died when he was 9 years old, and his older brother, Edmund, died when he was 12. Growing up, John Paul was athletic and enjoyed skiing and swimming. He went to Krakow's Jagiellonian University in 1938, where he showed an interest in theater and poetry. The school was closed the next year by Nazi troops during the German occupation of Poland. Wanting to become a priest, um, John Paul began studying at the secret seminary run by the archbishops of Krakow. After World War II ended, he finished his religious studies at the Krakow seminary and was ordained in 1947. I mean 1946. In becoming a pope in 1978, John Paul made history by becoming the first non-Italian pope in more than 400 years. Imagine that. That is a quite long time. And then, as the leader of the Catholic Church, he traveled the world, visiting more than 100 countries to spread his message of faith and peace. But he was close to home when he faced the greatest threat in his life. The greatest threat in his life. In 1981, an assassin an assassin shoot shot John Paul twice in St. Peter's Square in Vatican City. Fortunately, he was able to recover from his injuries and later forgave his attacker. Imagine that. If you are the attacker and then the one that you attack survive your assassination and then you have been forgiven, how lucky you are. So this is what they call the pro-life pope. Pope Pope John Paul II, the pro-life pope. And then in the later years, John Paul's health appeared to be failing. The public appearances, or the public is always uh, like seeing these things. He moved slowly and seemed unsteadily on his feet. He also visibly trembled at times, so that's why. And then one of his doctors, one of his doctors also disclosed that John Paul had Parkinson's disease. Parkinson's disease is a brain disorder often characterized by shaking in the late 2001. But there was never any official announcement about his illness from the Vatican. In this part, we're going to tackle about Pope John Paul II's death. So, Pope John Paul II died in April 2 in 2005 at the age of 84 at his Vatican City residence. More than 3 million people. Okay, let's cut it there. Imagine that 3 million people waited in line to say goodbye to their beloved religion leader at St. Peter Basilica before his funeral on April 8. Imagine that 3 million people waited. That is a very, very much crowded, place at that moment. I swear. On July 5, 2013, waiving the usual 5 years awaiting period, the Vatican announced that the Roman Catholic Church would declare Pope John Paul II a saint, and also is Pope John XIII, who headed the Catholic, convened the Vatican Second Council. would also be declared a saint. So the both John Paul the 13th and Pope John Paul II are being called saint.